Hello, hello. Good morning, good morning, morning. What's up, guys? What's up, Matt? What's up, Nana? How you guys doing? We're gonna get a little Muay Thai practice in. I'm gonna give it about a minute to see if anybody who's trying to get in on this practice is in, and then we're gonna get started. Don't forget, if you miss these practices or if you have to stop for schoolwork or for lunch or whatever it is, you can either you can pause the stream and then you can hit play and it'll pick back up where you left off at, or two, you can rewatch them later. They get uploaded automatically to the YouTube channel. So if you can't finish one of the workouts or something comes up, that's okay. It'll be saved on here for the rest of the week, so you can always come back and re-watch the videos. Okay. Last week for the Thai practices, we worked a lot on the foot jab, so we're going to review that a little bit. And then I want to play around with something known as the long guard in Muay Thai. We don't mess with that too much in class, so I figured it'd be fun to show you guys that today. So give it a minute, and then we'll get started. While we're waiting, go ahead and stretch a little bit. I'm not going to go over the stretches too much. We'll stretch a little better before the conditioning class starts. So go ahead and stretch a little bit while we're waiting. Just loosen yourself up. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm just going to put 1 minute rounds on the clock just to get the blood flowing a little bit and warm myself up. Start off with jumping jacks, feet apart, hands all the way up. Good. Shake everything out. Next round, we're going to jump rope. Okay. So grab your invisible jump rope. Get ready to follow along with this one. All right, get ready. Feet together, sit on the ball of your foot. All right, just like you're jumping an invisible jump rope. Once you move your hands, bouncing up and down on your toes. Keep bouncing up and down on your toes. Make sure you move your arms in a circle. Or not your arms, but your hands. Then when you jump the rope, you can swing your arm all the way. Small circle. Good. Put your invisible jump rope to the side. Next one, you're just going to jog in place for 1 minute. All right, get ready. Start jogging in place. Okay, side hops. Very good. All right. So quick review of last week, just in case you weren't here. We went a lot over the foot jabs, okay? Let me stop your time here. All right, so for foot jabs, Muay Thai, all right, there's a lot of different ways to set them up, okay? In the WTBA, for any of my Muay Thai students that watch this that want to test or rank up, you need to understand that the lead leg is your long foot jab, the rear leg is your short foot jab, okay? We can get into more detail about that later, but just something for you to think about so you can start to memorize lead leg, long foot jab, rear leg, short foot jab. All right, now our foot jab can be defensive, right? So if the attacker is coming forward, I can pick the foot up to stop them from attacking, okay? I can pick the short foot jab up to stop them from attacking, right? Or I could use it offensive. I can step forward in foot jab, okay? I can switch forward, okay? I can hop forward into the foot jab, okay? So just some different footworks that we went over last week. You can practice any of those when you're shadow boxing or when you're moving around, okay? Now, when you're using your foot jab, your target can be the thigh or the leg, can be the hip, the abdomen, the stomach here, the chest, or the face, okay? Now, think about how your opponent can react whenever you're foot jabbing, okay? If you hit them low in the abdomen, right, or in the leg or in the hip, typically you're gonna get this reaction here, where they're gonna come forward a little bit, right? If you hit them up higher in the chest or head, you're gonna push them back this way, all right? So whenever you're shadow boxing and you throw your foot jab, think about how your opponent would react, okay? This is just a tip to help you guys for when you are shadow boxing. Like I've told multiple students before, you gotta use your imagination. But as you're shadow boxing and you're moving around, you have to try to visualize how your opponent's gonna react. Now, will they react the way you think in your head? Not all the time, okay? But at least by doing this, you can put together combinations and shadow box a little more efficiently if you're reacting to how you think your opponent would react, all right? So, for instance, if I put jab in the stomach or in the leg and I get him to lean forward, I would like to follow up with maybe a knee, okay, an uppercut, something like that, right? If I'm hitting him in the chest or head and getting him to lean back, then I would look to kick the leg, kick the body, okay? Just because their body weight, the way they're positioned, they're gonna have trouble defending that. Okay, same thing if I foot jab them in the stomach and they lean forward, they're gonna have trouble defending the shot coming straight up the middle because they're leaning forward, okay? Just some things I want you to think about when you go to review the foot jab and when you shadow box, okay? Now, moving on to what I want to work on today, the long guard, okay? So in Thai boxing, your typical stance is here, okay? When you go to block, or you do your long guard, all you do is extend out with the lead arm, okay? And then the rear hand comes up to protect the other side of your head, okay? A couple things to take note of is when I go to lean out and do my long guard here, one, I tuck my chin down, okay? I don't want to reach out with my chin up in the air and give them a free target, right? I want to keep that chin tucked down. So as I lean out, okay, I tuck my chin, My arm comes straight out. And my opposite hand, the one that was down here, raises up to shield the side of my face. Now on the other side of my face, my shoulder is protecting my chin and half of my jaw, right? So as I lean out, this is where you want the hands to be, okay? Now, why would you lean out? A couple different things. One, you can use it to push and off balance your opponent. Two, you can use it to defend and kind of block the center line of attack, right? So if they're throwing big, wide, crazy punches, you can stiff arm them almost to stop them from being able to complete their attack, right? If I'm using it offensively, I can use it to push them, off balance them, maybe even run them into the corner and to the ropes, so that way I have a better position in the ring to attack, all right? Now, I'm going to take 1 minute. All I want you to do is get in a good Thai stance here, okay? If you don't know how to do the Thai stance, that's all right. Just get into your regular fighting stance, right? And then I want you to move around a little bit, use some footwork, right? And then periodically, I want you to lean out, okay? So as I'm moving around here, I send the long guard, I get back to my stance, okay? So as I'm moving around, using a little bit of footwork, I lean out, I come back to my stance, okay? I lean out, come back to my stance. Okay. Out, back to my stance. Up. And just for a couple more moments here, just want you to get comfortable doing it. Okay? And then the rest of the things we're going to work on are going to go off of this long guard here. Okay? Okay, and time. Good. So hopefully you got a couple repetitions of that in so it doesn't feel unnatural when we go to do it in the rounds. I'm going to set 1 minute on the clock, and we're just going to go off with some basic attacks off of the long guard. Okay, just single strikes, no combinations yet. All right. First one, we're going to do our long guard. Okay, and then go with our short foot jab. Okay. So, like we worked on last week, all the foot jabs, long guard out, pick up the rear leg, foot jab to push them away a little further. Okay, stay in your stance, move around a little bit if you have the room. Long guard, foot jab. Come back to your stance. Okay, move around a little bit if you got the room to do so. Long guard, short foot jab. Okay, move around a little bit. Long guard, short foot jab. Okay, every time I'm getting back to my stance. All right, lean out, push them away. Okay, lean out, push them away. And always coming back to my stance. Out, away. And out, keep. Okay, good. All right. Next single attack is single motion we can do off of the long guard. We're going to throw the cross. Okay, makes pretty much all the sense in the world that if I can stop them here and they're in the middle throwing a big wide punch, if I come straight down the line, I can have a good chance of success when I go to counter. All right. So next round, get a good stance here. Okay, on the belt, lean out, and you follow right away with your cross. Okay, go ahead and begin. Again, got a little bit of space, use it. Okay, work on some footwork. Lean out, cross. Okay, notice what happens to my lead hand. Okay, as I'm sticking this one out here, I have to pull it back to my face when I throw my cross. Just like when we're throwing punches in combination, we always get our hands back to our face. Okay, lean out. Okay, move around a little bit if you can. Lean out. Lean out. Lean out. And you can change. You can instead of throwing across up high, you can lean out. Throw across to your body. Okay. All right, or lean out, throw the cross right to the head. Okay, good job. Next, we'll go with the long guard right to the kick. Okay, so again, I lean out here. All right, then step, I throw my round kick. I come back to my stance. If you got room to spin around, you can. All right, just so that we can practice following all the way through on your kick. If not, just throw your long guard out, turn your hip over, but then cut your kick off halfway through so that way you can get back to your stance. Okay, go ahead and begin. Long guard here. Okay, kick, bring it back. Okay, move around a little bit. Long guard, kick, back to the stance. Okay, long guard out, rear round kick, back to the stance. Okay, long guard out, round kick, back to your stance. Okay, hands are up, I'm up on my toes, lean out. Guard, kick, long guard out, kick. Okay, just like we did in that cross. When I go to throw the kick, I got to make sure this hand comes back to the face. Okay, so I block, so I push them out, then my hand comes back straight to my face when I throw my kick. Okay, last one, we'll go with a straight knee off of the long guard. So same idea. All right, but this time, after I lean out, I just kick the straight knee right up in the middle of the abdomen here. So if my opponent was in front of me, a long guard here, maybe I push their head back a little bit, get them to expose that stomach. Okay, as soon as they're leaned out, I drive the knee right into the middle of their gut. Okay, go ahead. Okay. Lean out, long guard, knee. Okay, lean out. Okay, hands up, long guard, extend that hand out. This hand should be tight. Step up, throw the knee. Okay, back to your stance each time. Lean out, knee. Lean out, knee. And move around a bit if you got the room. Lean out, knee. Okay. Long guard here, knee. Straight knee if you want, you can curve knee. You come in from the side here, lean out, curve knee, pick up the side so you get to the rib. Okay, good job. So let's cover a handful of single strikes or single counters you can throw off of that leaning long guard, right? Grab a quick drink. You guys understand how the long guard is working? You got any questions about it yet? If so, hurry up and type it in the chat. If not, we're going to move on to some combinations. Okay? The main things when you're doing that long guard, like I said, one, tuck that chin. Okay, make sure that other hand comes up tight and that shoulder's covering your face. Okay. Two, as far as the actual arm that's extending out, your lead arm, make sure you're keeping it pretty strong. Okay, you want it straight. Now, don't lock your elbow when you extend that out. Okay, I'm not locking my elbow out here. Right, I'm going to keep a small, slight bend to the arm. I don't want to lock the elbow all the way out. Okay, if I do that, it's easier for the opponent just to bump it out of the way, to parry it, to smack it out of their face, and then get you off balance, right? But if I keep it bent and they go to hit it, I can bend the arm a little bit. Or if they try to rush forward, I can bend the arm a little bit. I can hook to grab the back of the head to initiate a clinch. Okay, there's a lot of different little things I can do there if I keep a slight bend in the arm. But if my arm's locked out like this, and I'm basically hyperextending my own elbow, I could get myself in trouble. All right. There's no question about the long guard. We'll go ahead and move on to our combinations. All right. So we'll go 2 minutes on the clock. Each combination, we're going to start with the long guard. Okay. So you're in your stance. First combination, I want you to start by extending out the hand. Throw your long guard out there. Then you're just going to follow with cross, hook, cross. Okay. First one will be simple. Lean out, cross, hook, cross. Okay. All right. 2 minutes on the clock. All right. Let's begin. Make sure you have some room. Okay. Long guard, cross, hook, cross. Okay. Get back to your stance in between each one. Long guard, Back to your stance. Okay, I want you to hold the long guard out for a second, okay? But then I want you to fire the punches right away, okay? So lean out, hold it for a second, cross, hook, cross, okay? Right away. You don't have to pause on the punches. Just pause on that long guard since that's what we're focusing on today, okay? Keep the stance moving. Lean, cross, hook, cross, okay? So imagine if I have a glove, I have gloves on the end of my hand. I lean out, I put that glove in their face, right? They're not going to see the cross coming right behind it, right? All they're going to see is my glove, right? So I can block their own vision with my hand, then I can throw my punch, throw my hook, throw my other cross, okay? So just to put a little perspective into the combination for you. I lean out, maybe I push them back, right? Get them to get off balance, throw it. Maybe I just put the glove in their face just to block their vision. Okay, but then I follow with my 3 punches right behind it. Okay. Guard, cross, hook, cross. Okay. Guard. 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 Okay, make sure you keep practicing it. Got about 5 seconds. Get one more in. Okay. And very good. Okay. Next combination, we're going to use our long guard to set up some knees. All right. First, we long guard out. Okay. Second, I want you to follow in with the elbow. Okay. You can come down, throw a number 3 elbow. You can come straight in, throw the number 8 elbow. Either one is fine. Okay. But long guard, elbow. Okay. From there, straight knee, clinch, and then I want you to throw 3 curved knees. Okay. So again, the round is started, so make sure you follow along with this one. All right. Long guard, elbow. Okay. Straight knee, get down to your stance, clinch. Okay. And then 3 curved knees. 1, 2, 3. Then back to your stance. Okay. Move around a little bit. Guard, elbow, straight knee, clinch, curved knees. 2, 3 of them. Then just get back to your stance. Okay. Long guard, elbow, knee, clinch, 3 knees. 1, 2, 3. Back to the stance. Long guard, elbow, knee, clench, 3 stiff knees. 1, 2, 3. Then I get back to my stance. Now, elbow, knee, clench up. 1, 2, 3. And long guard, elbow, knee, clench up. 1, 2, 3. Okay, when you're clenching, remember, if you're shadowboxing, you got to pretend you're grabbing the back of someone's head and you're squeezing down with your arms. Okay, you're trying to control their head. Okay, so first guard. Okay, follow with the elbow, follow with the knee, clench up, 3 knees. 2, 3. Okay. If you want, you can add a long guard on the way out. Okay, so good work. Defensively, at the end of your combinations, just like last week, you used the foot jab at the end of a couple of the combinations defensively, right? You can use your long guard the same way. Okay, so back to that first combination, I can block, I can throw whatever attacks I want, and then I can do the long guard as I back up, okay, just to help push them away a little bit and give myself a little bit of distance. All right. Last combination. Long guard, okay, switch kick, cross, hook, rear round kick. Okay, so For my Thai students, you're doing long guard, and it's just the Thai 4 count. Okay, for everyone else who don't know that one, long guard, block out, okay, lead leg, goes a switch kick, follow with a cross, follow with a hook, follow with the rear leg round kick. Okay, and again, you can guard again on the end of the combination. Okay, move around a little bit if you got space. Long guard. Long guard, 4 count. Back to your stance. All right, or long guard away. Get back to your stance. Okay, long guard. Switch kick, cross, hook, rear leg round kick. Long guard, switch kick, cross, hook, rear round kick. Okay. Now you don't want to spin around on that lead leg, but you can spin around on the back leg. All right. And it's not that you don't want that lead leg to be strong, but when you're shadow boxing it, if I spin all the way around, then I have to reset my feet before I throw my cross. At that point, it's not really a combination. I just blocked and kicked, I reset, and then I started a new attack. And there's too much time in between. So as I long guard here, throw my kick, and I go right away into the punches. And go finish right away with the last kick. Then I'm back to my stance. Okay? Keep the combo here. Long guard, switch kick, cross, hook, rear leg kick, then back to your stance. Okay? So there you go. There's 3 combinations, all starting with the long guard. Obviously, you can play around with it. You can add your own moves, work your own combinations. But like we did last week with the foot jab, I want you to practice leaning out or extending that lead arm briefly to either 1, set up the combination, or 2, to defensively to get away. All right. Good work. If you guys have any questions about it, let me know. All right. Again, when we're doing our long guard, make sure you're tucking your chin. Okay, make sure the lead arm extends out. Okay, it's relatively straight, but I'm not locking my elbow out like this, right? I'm keeping a small bend to it. All right, the shoulder's kind of blocking this side of my face. My other hand is coming up and shielding and guarding the other side. Okay, so you can practice those. Like I said, a lot of different uses for it. You can use it to enter in. Okay, I can crash forward with my palm out to try to push my opponent back or get them off balance. All right, I can use it as they're attacking. Okay, to kind of defensively just to stop them, or I could use it to get space. I could extend that arm out as I step back. All right. Now, obviously, what are the dangers of our long guard? If we leave this out too long, I'm giving them a perfect opening to attack the rib. Okay, so if they throw a round kick, or if they parry or knock this out of the way and throw a knee, my ribs can be in danger there. Okay, so you don't want to just walk around like this. Okay, but if you extend it out briefly, okay, or if you crash forward with it and get it back, you can use it to set up an attack. Or if I'm using it defensively, I can push it out and step back to get some space. Okay, so if I back up as I do it, obviously I'll be getting out of range, hopefully avoiding any roundhouse kicks to my ribs. Okay, so long guard can be fun if you're doing it on a bag. Right, you can push the bag back as the bag swings away. Right, I want you to practice timing the bag as it comes in. So any of my students who are watching, or any friends of theirs that are watching that have a heavy bag at home, if it's a hanging heavy bag, one that can move around, use that long guard to push the bag away. And then I want you to work on your timing and distance and try to hit it as it swings back in. All right, if you have a freestanding bag like the ones we have behind us, you can still practice that long guard, but you're not going to get that same swinging reaction. Right, you can just kind of lean onto the bag, then follow with some attacks. Right, lean on the bag, follow with some kicks, knees, punches, whatever it is you feel like practicing. All right, still practice the foot jabs from last week. Still practice your shielding and blocking that we did on the first week. Okay, but start putting it all together. Start shadow boxing it. If this is new to you, try your best with it. You don't have to get into that traditional Thai stance. You can try to do it from your regular fighting stance. Just shield a kick, right? Foot jab, lean out from a regular fighting stance. That's fine. Okay. But if it's Thai, if you're one of the Thai students, I want you to practice it from your Thai stance. Okay. All right. That's all I got. I'll give you guys a minute or so. If you got any questions, let me know. We're going to take a quick little 10-15 minute intermission, and then we'll be right back with some conditioning. Okay. You're very welcome, Nana. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So good work, guys. Good work. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. I will see you guys back here in a couple moments. Grab yourself some water, maybe a quick snack, and then we'll get right to it. Okay, guys. Thank you. Good work. I'm out.